Kia ora and welcome to Canterbury Live, Monday the 16th of June. Did you have a great weekend? It was a busy one, wasn't it, with sport and so forth? And we've got some highlights for you to share. So the first up, of course, the Football World Cup and Netherlands versus Spain. Unbelievable. Well, Spain, of course, were supposed to take it out, nice and easy, but there we are, 5-1. They were crushed, Spain, by the Netherlands. They had a patient build-up, but no way. The Holland team just came out with full force. And that's one side. There's the other side, the poor Spanish, such passionate people, very upset. So hopefully next time it'll be all go, but fantastic watching. Next up, Saturday night, there he is, skipper Richie McCaw. Of course, New Zealand scored 3 second-half tries to beat England 28-27. But I tell you what, England are doing such a fantastic tour. I mean, it is amazing, really working hard. And of course, after that, there was a little bit more entertainment. Yes, streaker. And of course, that's caused a little bit of controversy about that, about how bad he was tackled. And of course, about the security guard that it's came out now that he's actually part of the training squad for the Canterbury ITM Cup. So anyway, it's caused a lot of talk over the airways. And Friday night, June 13th, was the premiere in Auckland for What We Do in the Shadows. This looks like a fantastic movie to go to. It's on the 19th, it's opening up in New Zealand. It, of course, has been directed by Taika Waititi. And, of course, you'll know him from directing Boy. Alongside, he wrote it with Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords. And here's a little snippet from the movie.
Let's go! It's been like this the whole time, Deacon, on dishes, and it still hasn't moved in 5 years. You're a cool guy, but you're not pulling your weight in the flat.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that I'm cool.
No, that's not the point, though.
Yeah,
You're missing
no, I
the
know.
point.
Not a flat meeting about how cool you are.
When you get 3 vampires in a flat, obviously there's going to be a lot of tension.
Viago was an 18th century dandy.
Look, a ghost cop. Vladislav is a bit of a pervert.
This is my torture chamber.
Deacon's like the young bad boy of the group.
I'm supposed to pay rent, but I don't.
The trouble with being a vampire is you have to be invited in.
Come into the bar, please. It's Walker.
Will you invite us in?
And the movie was shot in Wellington, and if you didn't know, Wellington actually took off the W, you know, when you fly in, to a V. It's pretty cool going, isn't it? Well, coming up on today's show, we are catching up with Anne Stone, and we're talking about your wardrobe in the workplace, which will be great. We have the traffic update, but first up, thanks to Garden Makers, we're out with Richard from Area Landscapes, and today we're talking about products that are available from Garden Makers.
Today we've got Nick here from Garden Makers to explain some products to us.
Excellent. We've got 2 different products here. We've got the small Teddington chip and the natural paving. And natural paving is a great product for locking together stones and aggregate. Today we're using it with the chip. Comes in a few different colours, light colour for a lighter chip or stone, and dark for darker products. It's got a matting on it, which is used as a weed mat, and also allows for drainage of water to go through. There's a couple of different, 3 different grades. You've got a walkway grade, which we've got here today. We've got a car grade and truck grade, so safe to drive on. The design helps you use less stone and works well with chip and pebbles from a range from, I think it's about 13 to 19 mil. So Rich, you're not going to lean on that all day, are you?
Good on you, Nick.
So it's as easy as that. Right, now we're going to talk about these products here. We've got raised garden beds, which are very popular, made from macrocarpa sleepers and been sealed off with mole seal, so it's a rubberized paint, helps prolong the life of the macrocarpa, keeps moisture away from that, stops from soaking into the wood. We've got that filled with SuperGrow, a great soil conditioner or growing medium, especially for vegetables in this scenario. This particular product, the SuperGrow, is pH neutral, so it's safe for all types of flowers. Good thing about the raised garden beds is the height, as it saves your back, and the size that we've chosen here today is particularly friendly, so you're reaching through to the middle. And not too much wasted space. The sleepers come in a variation of different sizes, generally 100 wide, 200 tall, and a different selection of lengths.
Today we're here to talk to you about service areas, practical things about service areas and where you can go to enhance your own service area. Service area being on the back side of your house, the area that seems to be neglected over time. The owner of this house has done it really well, and also I should say the landscape architect's planned it very well. Most people would fill this area up with concrete and or stone chip. What we've done here is off the spare bedroom, which you can't see on camera, we've decided to put a fernery. And over time this will fill out and give life and colour into this area. You'll notice that as we come off the garage and we come down around the wash line, we go back out into the vegetable and we breakfast deck. Around the edge of this service area we've put in a stone chip, allowing for drainage and protecting our boundary fence. Also you'll see here that we've got another internal and privacy fence. It protects our homeowners washing on their line. Also, you'll notice we haven't put in a decorative fence. It is because we are on the service side of the house and we are very wary of people's budgets. And behind me, we have excess area for we could put in a small garden shed, all stone chip for good drainage, and also that we've built another small internal fence down there, and it allows our servicemen access to power meters down there.
Welcome back. Well, Rich from Area Landscapes is definitely the man you need to call if you're looking at landscaping your home, so make sure you make the call. Now stay with us after the break. Ange Stone is here and we're talking about fashion in the workplace.
CTV News and Weather, first at 5. Be the first to find out about the rebuild, local politics, business, sports, culture and community. CTV News and Weather, first at 5, only on CTV.
All the laughter, all the potential, all the hopes and dreams. In less than 24 hours, meningococcal C can take it all away. Forever. A simple immunisation can help prevent the heartbreak. Protect with Meningotech.
The Hearst Auto Dismantler's premises has been sold. We apologise for any inconvenience.
Come in and meet the locals at the Bush Inn Centre. Whether it's to grab a coffee on the go or to catch up with a friend over lunch or dinner, the Bush Inn Centre is the perfect place. With our unique range of shops, you'll find everything you're looking for and more. Our friendly locals are always happy to help. We have plenty of parking at the Bush Inn Centre, making your shopping experience just a little bit easier. So come in, meet the locals and shop Bush Inn. You'll find us on the corner of Riccarton and Waimari Roads.
Yuck, look at all this moss and lichen. I'm not getting up there, not in these heels. Time to call Mossbuster.
Mossbuster is a no-bleach, non-abrasive, biodegradable solution that has over 35 years of proven results. You can buy Mossbuster online for less than half the cost of other well-known products and can be yours for less than $1 a litre. You just spray it on and let Mother Nature do the rest, or Mossbuster can do it for you. Check out our website or call the Mossbuster crew for a free quote. Mossbuster, 0800 88 1000.
Red and Black Sports match of the day in the Press Cup this week. It's on our screen, Sunday 12:30, 5:30 replay on the day, and 7 o'clock next Thursday night. Catch the match.
Well, there's always a streak of colour that comes into, and I'm not any puns against the rugby on Saturday night because Ange don't want to do that, but she definitely brings a streak of colour into the studio. So how are you, Ange?
I'm brilliant, thank you.
That's good. Now, your wardrobe, could we walk that into our office?
Well, yes, for those that don't mind standing out, most definitely. And I think, you know, as you definitely look around a lot of offices, especially here in Christchurch, you know, I think this is a really good time to really think about what you're actually wearing to work, because I actually don't feel that people are actually getting as dressed up as what they should do. I don't really feel that people are really representing the brands that they're working for. I think especially over the last few years, people, they're not putting on their lovely jacket like your own and actually making that effort. So I think, yeah, there's definitely, people need to sharpen their pencils, especially in the workplace.
Excuse the pun.
Yes.
And as far as colour, is there a wrong colour to be wearing in a workplace, do you think, or...?
Definitely not. Not today. I think it's more about actually wearing the right colour that suits you. And I think it's all about your personality as well, and definitely the style that works for you. You know, when you look at lawyers and accountants, you know, they're always very well dressed. They've always got a suit on. Quite often the tie is not seen at work anymore. Open collared shirts, that type of thing, especially in the wintertime. Lots of vests over shirts, that type of thing. But especially for the ladies, you know, I think cardigans have replaced jackets, and I think cardigans really are for the schoolyard, not so much for, especially a receptionist, to be seen. Gorgeous little jacket, you know, and costs pretty much the same. You know, you could take yourself to a fast fashion store and pop a little jacket on, and it just looks fantastic. It dresses up any little summer dress. And actually, that's another thing. A lot of people say to me, you know, they can't quite afford to have a summer and a winter wardrobe.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is you put little merinos underneath your summer dresses, some fabulous hosiery, which will keep you warm, fantastic pair of boots. If you're right on trend, you'll have some little ankle boots, but, you know, everyone's got the to-the-knee boot. And then put your gorgeous jacket over top and a lovely scarf. And you could wear that outfit to work and look sensational. And I think as far as colour's concerned, you know, it's about being, I guess, a little bit bolder, a little bit brighter, and making the effort, actually just putting the effort in to look great. You know, you are actually representing a brand, and I think a lot of people think, oh, it's okay, I can still wear my jeans and my Chuck Taylors to work.
Yeah.
Really, I think people need to sharpen up.
How about inappropriate wear to work, though?
Yes, there's quite a lot of that goes on, and I do get called into organisations, you know, low tops and very short skirts. You know, there's work attire, and then there's attire that you wear after 5. And really, it's really important to actually siphon through the wardrobe and work out, does this represent the brand? Do I look professional? Especially if you're wanting to climb the ladder, then you need to show that you are a professional working person. So I believe that the more professional you are, the more professional you need to dress.
If we do have a uniform,
yes,
how can we actually bring out our personality?
It's a really interesting one, because quite often people get presented with a uniform that they're not quite happy with. This is where grooming has to be impeccable. A beautiful hair, in good condition, nicely styled for the day, and makeup. Makeup can make a huge difference, and even your shoes. I think, you know, when you're at work, people are just so busy running around, maybe even just sitting as receptionists as well. But I think shoes and hosiery can definitely make a very big difference to those that are wearing a uniform.
How about for the men? You said it talked about shirts before, and now it's become quite common that there is no tie. But when you do wear a tie, you need to change them, surely.
Oh, absolutely. You can't wear the same tie all the time. Another thing I see often, actually, is white socks underneath their dress pants, their work pants. It's like, oh, hold on a minute. White socks are for, like, sportswear, like tennis. They're not for wearing in the workplace. And men's shoes, you know, they can spend, you know, definitely some dollars on having to buy a suit, but don't skimp and scrape on your shoes. It will just completely blow the whole look right out the window. So shoes, very important, but definitely getting, you know, some interesting coloured socks. They don't have to be just black. Show some personality. So it's one way of, and even belts as well. Do make sure that the belt is in really good condition, that the leather's not all broken and not looking flesh.
Well loved.
Well, that's right, exactly.
How about handbags?
Oh, I love handbags, and I see women, you know, they have beautiful clothes, but they really let themselves down on their handbags. Do you know, you need to choose a handbag that is the opposite shape to your body shape. So let's just say we've got someone who's, I guess, of medium height and a medium stature. You wouldn't want her to be carrying a tiny, tiny little handbag, because that's actually going to allow her to look much fuller than what she actually is. And I often see this with fuller figures. They have a tiny little handbag. Now, often too, that handbag can actually end up looking like a third breast. So it's really important not to have it finish here, have it dropping a little lower.
Yeah.
But I see a few backpacks as well, like little backpacks that people wear. Really, I'll be saving that for the weekend and actually getting yourself a more professional, polished handbag. And it can totally update your look instantly.
That's some great tips. So what things should we definitely avoid in the workplace then?
Bad shoes, definitely. A handbag that looks like it's been around for way too long and it's actually disintegrating. Cardigans. And really, I think garments that just aren't up to speed, especially white shirts, they don't last. You know, once upon a time, that loaf of bread used to last forever. Same with clothing. Clothing used to last forever. It doesn't anymore. You actually need to check in on a regular basis and definitely update those white shirts, because the collars become soiled. And even when you're sitting at a computer all day, the arms, they actually get worn down.
And makeup on collars.
Yes, makeup on collars, you know, there's some fabulous products out there that you can actually get to remove that instantly. But baby wipes, they will become your saving grace. Just in case you might just have some kind of spillage during the day, a baby wipe, spot clean.
There's some great tips there. So we've got some baby wipes as a great tip.
Yes.
Keep that always in your handbag. And the shape of your handbag should balance your own body shape.
Yes, absolutely. Almost be the opposite to what your shape is. Like someone like me, reasonably tall. So I've gone for a big, round, soft handbag.
Oh,
lovely.
Okay, one final tip before we leave today.
Oh, look, I just think, especially colour in the workplace, just going back to what you were saying, Andrea, do you know, you weren't here to blend in, you are here to stand out. And if you are a professional, let's dress like a professional.
She said it right here. Now stay with us after the break. It's Traffic Update.
Watch Let's Go Shopping and see some gorgeous clothes from Maxwell Fashion.
Pestral has the latest technology that repels rats and mice and even helps control cockroaches. Covers walls, ceilings and open spaces. Combines electromagnetic, ultrasonic and ionic technologies. Harmless to pets and people, just plug it in. Order your Pestral rodent-free today. Now $149.90 plus courier. Order within 20 minutes and get it courier free. Call 0800 88 88 44 or go to pestral.co.nz.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, the naturopath here at Staywell Pharmacy. Working with the pharmacist, I use herbal and nutritional medicine to recommend natural alternatives for your health. This can be to counteract any side effects of your medication, general health advice, or natural options for you and your family. I'm also available for consultations. So come in and see us at Staywell Pharmacy, 27 Shands Road, Hornby. Staywell Pharmacy, live well, stay well.
Christchurch has its very own enchanted utopia, the Hitching Post. Pop in and see for yourself. A magical assortment of handmade creations, custom-made candles and artwork. Choose from our huge range of water features, garden art and imported giftware. Specialists in handcrafted metal artwork made in store. Nestled on 722 Marshlands Road. The Hitching Post, defining art our way.
Join me, Jude Kirk, every weekday as I share with you some of the best shopping in Canterbury.
Welcome back to Canterbury Live. Well, every Monday we help you out by giving you tips about how to get around our beautiful city of Christchurch. And here we are, traffic update.
Welcome to the Christchurch Transport Operations Centre, CTOC. My name's Ryan Cooney, I'm the manager. This week we're going to talk about traffic signals and how they're controlled in Christchurch. Traffic signals in Christchurch are controlled by a system called the Sydney Coordinated Adaptive Traffic System, SCATS for short. They use historic data and real-time data from traffic count loops around the network. Using that information, they allocate time at intersections to minimise delays. The SCAT system has been set up to manage the time allocation for various phases, as we call them, but traffic light green time at various intersections. In doing so, it's trying to optimise the time for individual intersections, but also for the network as a whole. This is why sometimes you can see some very strange things happening at individual intersections. This will be because it's waiting for the traffic from another approach, another intersection upstream or downstream to arrive. The SCAT system collects data from various sensors around the network. The sensors include under-road detection loops for vehicles, yellow pedestrian pads, as we call them, for pedestrians, and push buttons on the signal poles. Those sensors collect information on the number of vehicles or pedestrians and also how fast they're moving. Here at CTOC, another thing with traffic signals we often get asked about is right turn arrows. Right turn arrows have to be considered on the basis of two things: the safety of the intersection and the efficiency of the intersection. Where an intersection has complex right-hand turn requirements, i.e. there's a number of lanes to cross, or the angle of the road is such that it's difficult to see oncoming traffic, safety requirements mean that we often put in right-hand turn arrows in order to assist and minimise the safety impacts. Of course, if there's not a complicated intersection, then often there isn't right-hand turn arrows. The other issue we have to be conscious of is the efficiency impacts. Putting in a right-hand turn arrow requires time. This time is taken from other movements that occur within the overall cycle, the overall pattern of traffic signal operation. This is why we're always very cautious about where is the right location and when is the right time to introduce right-hand turn signals. The law allows for right-hand turns where the vehicle has entered the intersection prior to the amber phase coming up and then being able to exit during the amber phase. The complication with this, of course, is that when traffic travelling straight through the intersection continues on the amber phase. Therefore, we ask that people please don't enter the intersection during the amber phase where possible, where it's safe to stop. If you do see something a bit strange, or you'd like to ask some questions about how the traffic signals operate, please feel free to get in touch. The best way to contact us is via the City Council Contact Centre. The number to contact them is 03 941 8999 or info@ccc.govt.nz. You can also find further information on right-hand turn arrows on the Transport for Christchurch.govt.nz news and events page. The key hotspots for travel around the network this week are at the intersection of Beeley and Madras Street, Senasiv and Montreal Street. Remember to please use the 4 Avs for travelling around the CBD. For further information, check out the Transport for Christchurch website, the CTV daily roading updates, and please remember to merge like a zip.
The old merge like a zip. Keep on doing it. Well, thank you very much for joining me today on Canterbury Live. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay with us though. It's the CTV Live Tour with Lisa.